Hello, welcome to Web of Stories. The day this video comes out, I am not filming it on the day it comes out, or even the day before it comes out, but on the day this video comes out, it will be Thanksgiving in the United States. It was one of my favorite holidays. It just is for several reasons. However, it's also a holiday that for me requires a lot of work, which is why I'm doing a lot of videos ahead of time. But I also wanted to celebrate it somehow. And I've been trying to think about how. And I think the best way to celebrate Thanksgiving on BookTube is to be thankful to those people who I follow on BookTube, who I feel have made BookTube a really wonderful place for me. And I have been wanting to find a way to do shout outs regularly on this channel. And I have started doing like a shout out a month for like a small booktuber, specifically a smaller or a newer booktuber, but I wanted to do something in general. So I'm gonna try something. It might be a hot mess. So please watch this video and tell me if you want me to do it again or not, or if it serves any value whatsoever. But in this nifty Peace Out Girl Scouts tin, my daughter is a Girl Scout. I'm a Girl Scout troop leader. This was their tin for fall product this year. We already ate the candy inside. I have all these little slips, and on these slips are BookTube channels of people that, BookTube channels that I have a relationship with, that I talk to with, that I know well enough that I feel that I might be able to recommend something to them. So I am going to draw out 5. I don't know who they are. I'm shaking up. And whoever they are, I'm going to give them each a book recommendation that they did not ask for. I am not going to see if they've already read these books. I'm just going to say, like, I think you would like this book. And this is like kind of 2 purposes for this. One is, hey, maybe that's a book recommendation for them. And 2, I think a really great way to get a feel of another booktuber from someone else is to kind of know like what kind of stuff they read or what kind of stuff people think they read. So I'm hoping that by doing this, not only will the person maybe get a recommendation, we'll see. As I said, I'm not checking to see if they've already read these books, so because it's all going to be kind of quick. But also you'll get a better idea of who they are. I am not going to do much editing for this video. I will put up book covers and I will cut out moments of me staring blankly at the screen or trying to look up a book if I need to refresh my name on the title, because no one needs to watch that. But I haven't rehearsed any of this. I am going to do it as quickly as possible, so we'll see. Number 1. I think I have like 36, 38 in here. Also, I should say I'm going to keep this going and I'm always adding names to it. So we'll see. Number 1, the first person is a piece of paper I can't open. It is Jim at Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff. Okay, so Jim is, this is a hard one because Jim reads a lot of different things. So he has a really eclectic taste in books. He does lots of 1-minute reviews of books that I don't think you can review in 1 minute. So I know he does a lot of thrillers. What's a thriller that I enjoyed? I'm going to say I am going to recommend, I'm not even looking this one up. Oh, yay me. I'm going to recommend for him I'm not going to do that. I was going to recommend None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell, but I don't know how, I don't know if he's big on audio. If you do audio, that's a good one. Otherwise, no, I'm still going to do None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. The reason I recommend it on audio is there's a podcast element and the audio production of it is great. But this is a thriller. I know he likes thrillers. It's one I really enjoyed. It's one that kind of got my heart going. So I think that he would really like it. And I'd love to see him try and review it in 1 minute because that would be a challenge. Okay, number 2. Up in here. Let's give this a good shake again, just in case. Okay. Let's see if I can open this one better. Okay. Kevin at Kevin's Novel Advice. I just watched a video from Kevin just yesterday, and Kevin did a lot of like under the radar books, and I got some good recommendations from him. I hadn't heard of any of the books on there. They were all books that had like less than a certain number of reviews on Goodreads. I know he likes science fiction, which is not something I read a lot, so that's hard. I'm going to recommend The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal. As I said, I don't read science fiction that much. It's a hard genre for me, because I was told as a kid not to read it, but also I'm not a sciencey person. But that one totally sucked me in. Now, I will say it's the first part of a series that is a science fiction series, but this first book is more alternate history than science fiction, but it is space exploration. I'm gonna recommend that one. So yeah, The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal. I forgot to mention, I am not going to repeat books in a video, but I can't recommend that you won't see the same book in every video. So I'm just worried about not repeating books in one video. So we'll see. I might have to repeat some of these next month. Oh, let's give it another shake. Oh, I got two there. Okay. Ollie at Criminale. Okay, so I actually have recommended this for him because he asked for something really specific before. And it was like, I can't remember if it was like at the end of Garb August or something, but it was, and I'm going to cut away for just a second so I can look up the author of this book. 1 second. I looked it up. So there was a specific thing he was asking for, and it was like silly horror or kind of cheesy horror, something along that. And I can't remember if it was part of Garb August or not. But I remember hearing this specific request from him and a book immediately popped into my mind. So I'm going to pull on that. And that book is Suburban Hell by Maureen Kilmer. I read this last summer, like end of summer, but it's a good kind of Halloween book. Best way I can describe it is it's like demonic, possessed, desperate housewives. It's very cheesy, but it's a lot of fun. And I can't remember exactly what he was asking for, but I think it was along those lines. So Criminale, Suburban Hell by Maureen Kilmer. So done 3, 2 more. This is fun. This is like Christmas morning on Thanksgiving. Alex at Frank Fiction. So this is kind of a bummer one because my first thought for Alex would be The Calculating Stars. So, and I can't do that because I gave that to Kevin. Oh my good. Okay, I've got one. I need to look up the author again. So just 1 second, but I do know what book it is. Okay, I'm back. And I did have to look this up because it is an unusual name and I wanted to make sure I got it right. And I looked it up on Goodreads and it says #1. So apparently there's a sequel coming. But this book is Hench by Natalie, Zina, Walschots. So this is, I guess it would come under science fiction or fantasy. Alex reads a lot of science fiction and fantasy. But this one, but she's also a very smart reader. So I wanted something that was like The Calculating Stars works, but I wanted something that was smart. And so Hench is about a woman who was sort of like a low to mid-level employee for like superheroes. But then something happens and she's like, I'm done with it. So she becomes like a low-level, mid-level employee for super villains. And things happen. It's a lot of fun. I have not watched the show The Boys. My husband has watched it. He says he might not be old enough for it. So I don't want to compare it to it, but from what I understand with that, there's like a vibe with that I think is in with Hench. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it, I think 4.5, or I think I gave it 4.5 stars or an A+ when I read it 2 years ago. So I do recommend it. And it does look like there's a sequel coming. So, hey, there you go. Again, that's Hench by Natalie, Zina, Walschots. I probably should have been keeping track of like what books so that I can put them down there. But I think I remember there's only 5. I should be able to remember 5. There's going to be 5. There's only 4 right now. So last one for this month. Let's see. Jennifer at Jennifer Loves Books. Jennifer and I right now as I'm recording this, will be done by the time this video drops. But we're doing a buddy read night right now for Haven by Emma Donoghue. And I have a voice memo from her on Voxer I need to listen to and respond to because I have thoughts. We're getting into the meat of the book right now. Jennifer and I have pretty similar reading tastes in a lot of ways. I know she really loves mystery and crime. And she likes world fiction. And the book that is coming to my mind is actually neither of those things, which makes no sense. I would have to really, I'm going to go for it. This is kind of a reach one because, as I said, I know what you like, Jennifer, and I'm giving you something that's completely different. Just a book I think you would like, and it's a book that I gave 5 stars to. And also, it's a book that's set in my area, so you kind of get a feel of what it's like where I live. And that's Body Grammar by Jules Ohman. It is a coming-of-age novel. I don't know how you do with coming-of-age novels, but this one was really beautiful. The writing is really high quality, and I know you like high-quality writing. This is an iffy recommendation. It's just, I think you would like it, but it doesn't seem like, I don't know. I hope you like, if you decide to read it, I hope you like it. But I totally understand if it doesn't work for you. It's a coming of age novel. There's a young woman. She's just graduating from high school, going to college, and she has a very androgynous appeal. And she, for her whole life, modeling agents were coming up for her, trying to get her to be a model. And she's not at all interested in that. She has very strong feelings for a friend of hers. She's in love with a friend of hers, but it's just a friend thing. And they're very close. And then after graduation, high school graduation, something happens that kind of turns her world upside down. And sort of as a reaction to this, or as an escape, but something kind of like when you go through those hard things and your mind's not working quite straight, she takes up she decides to go into modeling. So there's a bit in the modeling world, which is not something she belongs to. I mean, she's not the sort of person who belongs in high fashion modeling, but she ends up in it because she's so unique. But her heart's really back with her friend in Oregon. And it just was such a lovely coming of age story. And the writing, I know, Jennifer, I know you love beautiful writing, and the writing in this is great. So that is Body Grammar by Jules Ohman. And if you can't find it in the UK, let me know. Just saying. Okay, those are my 5 for November. If you like this, let me know and I'll do it every month. I still have a lot of slips in here. And as I said, I'm always adding more. What I will probably do is not add these back in until I add a bunch more. Like I get down on this, so I get to like everybody. So at some point in the future, these people may see their names again. But yeah, let me know if you like this or if you think it's really stupid and I should find some other way to do shout outs. But I do want to shout these people out because these are channels that I really enjoy. And I really think that if you haven't checked them out already, you should. If those of you I have called out, you have not yet read, these are actual recommendations that you've not yet read and you have some interest in reading them, I'm glad. Thank you. I thank you for putting up with me, and I hope that they work for you. If not, I'm sorry. I did the best I could on the spur of the moment, but yeah. So anyway, I'm going to end that there. If you are in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. As you are watching this, I am probably either eating or cooking. Cooking or eating, that's probably the way it goes. So I will talk to you all later. Thank you very much. And thank you for being part of the BookTube community. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. My Discord is down below. Feel free to join. It's a much easier way to have conversations online. Thank you again. Happy Thanksgiving. If you celebrate it or even if you don't, because I think everyone can celebrate Thanksgiving. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.